DoorDash is finally saying, okay, you can keep your tips.
Xbox, Twitter, Uber,
Postmates,
Netflix, MoviePass,
Google,
Facebook, eBay,
DoorDash,
Apple, Amazon, Airbnb,
The Apptrepreneur. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and we have a massive update from DoorDash today. Now, I have been covering for a while now the story that DoorDash was frankly stealing your tips, and I don't want to get too much into it again, but bottom line, they offered, if you were guaranteed $5 for delivery. If someone tipped you $4, you wouldn't get $9, you would get $5 because that tip would go towards your guaranteed pay. DoorDash would basically only guarantee you $1 pay after you got like a tip, and someone would have to tip very, very high to actually be able to do that. Now, they weren't the only company that was doing this. Instacart was doing this, and Amazon Flex was also doing this. However, Instacart had a little bit of a change of pace, and by the way, so too did Amazon. We're going to talk about that. But the main story is that DoorDash finally breaks the silence on the driver's tips, and they will start paying them next month. This has been a long time coming. So, DoorDash today announced more concrete details about its updated tipping policy, which the company says it's been testing this month and plans to roll out to all of its delivery contractors starting next month. Under a newly revamped pay model, all drivers will receive 100% of the tip amount a customer adds to the DoorDash app either at checkout or after delivery. Drivers will be informed of this total and the breakdown before they decide to accept the order. Now, that totally shocked me, to be perfectly honest. If I'm reading this correctly, that means it's actually going to be very much like Caviar's model. One of the reasons I loved Caviar was that it would tell you upfront, hey, you're making this much money, it includes this much of the tip, and this is how far it is. Now, it's not saying that you'll know how far the delivery is. That might still be a little secret for the most part. But hey, if you know upfront how much you're going to get paid for that order, that's a huge step in the right direction. So, yeah, I'm definitely totally fine with that one. DoorDash is also pledging to increase base pay earnings across the board for all drivers. And if I'm reading that correctly, that means you all got a pay raise, essentially. I mean, so far, this sounds really good. But is there a catch? Let's continue. The company initially promised to review its approach to tipping late last month in response to immense pressure from both the public and DoorDash drivers over its policy of pocketing customer tips to cover base pay for deliveries. But after weeks of unexplained silence, Recode reported early this week that drivers were still not receiving tips because, of course, they're going to drag their feet on that as much as they could. DoorDash's announcement today is designed to offer clarity around its new policy and pay model. And clarity would also be good if they plan to go public soon. We have been testing the new model this month and refining the details based on feedback we've received from Dashers, the company says. We'll continue to make improvements as we roll it out to all Dashers next month. Perhaps not coincidentally, DoorDash is announcing these details on the same day that Amazon announced it would also stop using customer tips to cover base pay for contractor drivers of its Flex delivery platform. In all of the reporting that I've done on this, I can't believe I totally missed the opportunity to say, hey, you want to know why I know that this is not a good policy for DoorDash? You want to know why I know that this is designed to screw people? Because Amazon's okay with it. I missed a lot of opportunities to make jokes like that. Let's continue. Although Amazon did not make its announcement public, because they never admit their mistakes public, it did send out emails to drivers, which was initially reported by the Los Angeles Times. The decision to change our model was difficult. We initially resisted change, even in the face of public pressure, because we built our model in direct response to feedback from Dashers. When we rolled out our model in 2017, an overwhelming majority of Dashers told us that they preferred. And in the years since, we've been seeing meaningful improvements in overall Dasher satisfaction. Sorry, I'm bad cough. Explains DoorDash CEO Tony Zhu in the company's blog post. We thought we were doing the right thing for just by making them whole if a customer left no tip, but now I've got the hiccups for real. But the feedback we received recently made clear that some of our customers who were leaving tips felt like their tip didn't matter. We realized that we couldn't continue to do right by Dashers if some customers felt we weren't also doing right by them. To ensure that all of our users have a great experience on DoorDash, we needed to strike a better balance. So, and then there's those tweets explaining it. The tipping policies of on-demand networks has come under intense scrutiny over the past 6 months, starting with an Instacart controversy over the grocery delivery service's similar approach to counting tips towards base pay. You could trace back the origin of the outrage around on-demand platform tips to Uber, which began a no-tipping platform and for years fashioned it as a feature, even though it really should have been part of the app all along. And I remember when that used to be the thing that Lyft had over Uber. Like, hey, you can tip on Lyft, you can't get tips on Uber. And yep, now it's like, well, you can make more than the government recommended mileage on Uber. You make less on Lyft. It's amazing how times change. Now it appears Amazon and DoorDash are buckling under pressure and taking a more driver-friendly approach to tipping. It was not initially clear why DoorDash decided to wait until today and not immediately after its pledge to adjust its tipping policy in July to announce the changes, although it sounds that the company was testing various pay models in the month since. And you know what? In all fairness, I will pause for a moment and say, yeah, that's probably was wise of them. That's probably what they were doing because, hey, if you're going to bring the tips back, DoorDash was making a lot of money on these tips, a lot of money off your bucks, your gratuities. And so without that money coming in, they had to find another way to make money. So they probably were tweaking with the pay scale model to figure out, okay, what exactly can we get away with? So anyway, and there might still be some catches ahead. So here's the thing. DoorDash confirmed to The Verge that it was indeed mostly testing different approaches to its base pay and tipping adjustments, and that it was also working closely with representatives from the recently formed DoorDash Community Council to get the feedback. Now, here's the thing. According to DoorDash, the new policy is designed to pay $1 more per order on average, through a series of changes. In addition to adding tips on top of base pay, DoorDash says it's working over the next few months to improve its existing promotion bonus that takes into account when DoorDash's network is especially busy and the weekly challenges it uses to incentivize drivers to complete more drivers. This is going to be the important part right here, if I can, in fact. There we go. DoorDash also says it's bumping the base pay anywhere from $2 to $10 per delivery, depending on the estimated duration, distance, and desirability of the order. DoorDash says it will now bump base pay amounts for Dashers that have to travel a longer distance through the base pay bump, better promotion add-ons, and full customer tips. DoorDash hopes it will increase pay across the board. So, here's the thing. We'll finish up this last... we'll hold off on the last paragraph for a moment, because this is pretty much what I was fearing would happen. I feared that what DoorDash would do is like, okay, we're giving you tips, but now we're going to give less in delivering money. And there it is right there, anywhere from $2 to $10 per delivery. I think all deliveries need to at least be $5. So clearly they are skimming a little bit up because they charge the customers about $6 to $7 for the delivery itself and extra if it's a particularly long trip. So DoorDash is in a sense still skimming from you. However, combined with the information that you will know in advance how much that delivery is for, maybe this will still work out. Dashers can still say no to certain deliveries. Now that said, DoorDash is also one of the few companies out there where if your acceptance rate is not high enough, they will deactivate you. With Uber and Lyft and I think Postmates, because of class action lawsuit settlements, they have it where it's like you can have like a 0% acceptance rating, cannot be deactivated for that. It can be deactivated for canceling rides, cannot be deactivated for the acceptance rate, although they might time you out a little bit. DoorDash is one of the few exceptions where you will still get deactivated if you don't have a high acceptance rate. So this is very, very much a mixed review. Essentially, DoorDash is still taking their money. What they have been taking from you, they are just doing it in a different way. Because when I first started doing DoorDash, and by the way, I don't drive for them anymore. I don't think they're particularly happy with me at the moment. Well, they would give $5. Well, no, it wasn't $5. It was $4 per delivery plus the tip. And granted, that created some problems when the delivery was long because they didn't factor long distances into the fee. If it was like 2 miles, it was a $4 delivery. If it was 25 miles, it was a $4 delivery. So there is some good here. But my question, of course, is what if there is a DoorDash delivery from someone who's like, hey, I like Naples pizza from downtown Disney. I live in Pasadena. I'm going to DoorDash the pizza. That's more than 40 miles. Does that mean it caps out at $10? There's still some questions I have about this. Let's finish this thing. Under our new model, Dashers will earn more money on average, both from DoorDash and overall. We know there will be greater variability in total earnings from order to order, so we are taking steps to address that to make sure that Dashers will earn more on average, Zoo writes. We understand the importance of consistency for those who depend on our platform to help achieve their financial goals each week, so we're going to increase average pay from DoorDash to help mitigate this effect. This means overall Dasher earnings will rise. We'll also enable customers to tip after they receive delivery. We hope that by maintaining transparency and increasing pay, Dashers will have a better overall experience. So, what's my thoughts on this? What's my thoughts on what DoorDash is doing? I've still got concerns. Of course, I'm a worrywart. I'm a Debbie Downer, as people say. So I'm always going to have those concerns. Although I will say, in this case, overall, this is a much more positive announcement than we've had from DoorDash in quite a while. You are finally getting 100% of the tips, and some people on DoorDash are especially generous tippers. They will be telling you how much you're getting up front for the delivery, which will let you decide whether or not you want to take that dash or not. Now, again, the biggest negative right now is that they're guaranteeing between $2 to $10. You should always guarantee them at least $5. Now, some people might say, well, that's what they were doing. No. DoorDash needs to pay minimum $5. If there's any tips, the drivers need to get it. That's not what was happening under the old model. What was happening under the old model was DoorDash was saying, hey, we're going to guarantee you $5, and if someone tips you $3, 3 of those are going to go towards that $5. That's what it was, and that's not how you should be doing it ever. So there's still some issues I have, but I think overall this is a much more positive response from DoorDash than we've seen recently. And by the way, it is also nice that Amazon is no longer skimming from the tips as well. Now, I kind of wonder, let's do they have like a quick article on this so we can look in the Amazon will no longer use tips to pay drivers. Okay, let's take a quick look at what Amazon's doing. In an email to The Verge, Amazon clarified that it would be contributing a minimum of at least $15, $19 per scheduled hour, depending on location, seemingly down from the original promise of $18 to $25 per hour. So yeah, they're basically doing the same thing. They're giving you the tips, which they never should have taken in the first place, saying, hey, we are generously giving you the tip. However, we're going to now skim a little off the delivery fee. So really, I mean, I guess on principle we won, but it's pretty much the same as it was before. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. What do all of you folks think? Do you like this? Do you not like it? Do you think more can be done? Does this convince you to go back to DoorDash? Does it convince you, nope, it's not really for me anymore? I'd love to know. So comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping this channel run smoothly, and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog, which, by the way, thank you to Rideshare Lisa, one of my Patreon members. She shared the story with me, so I can share it with you. Also, if gas prices are getting just a little down, check out the Get Upside app below. It's totally free, but you get cash back on every gas purchase you make. If you want more content from me that's not rideshare or food delivery related, check us out at YouTube on Kevin T. Rodriguez, the Apptrepreneur Vlogs, and Autograph Hound. And finally, if you want to talk to me and other fellow drivers out there, check us out on the Apptrepreneur Hangouts at Facebook. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.